weeks ago. Probably... Okay, I almost just said 6 or 7 weeks. I did not mean to do that. Let me just say 7 or 8 weeks ago. There was a bat in my room. So I come home, right, from hanging out with my parents. They came to town to see me because they don't live near me at all, right? And I come home. It's late. It's probably 11 or 12 o'clock at night. I'm ready to relax. I'm tired. We actually went on a bike ride, a big bike ride that day. I'm exhausted. My legs are hurting. My butt is hurting because of the seat. Weirdos. And I just want to come home and lay down and go to bed and just rest, right? I come home. It's cool outside. It's beautiful out. The temperature was perfect. I had some nice comfy clothes on. I laid in my bed. I put on a show. I'm fixing to fall asleep. And something wet hits me in the forehead. At first, I think nothing of it. I thought maybe I was just sweating or something. I was like, maybe I'm just imagining it. Because I was kind of... You know when you're kind of in that dream state, you're not really awake or asleep, you're kind of in between? I was kind of like the purgatory before you go to sleep, right? And so I was like, I don't know what that was. I'm laying there watching my show. I don't remember what it was. And out pops this black figure circling my room. I looked up and it was just circling my room. It had probably been flying around for the past 5 minutes. I didn't even notice. So my immediate gut reaction is to drop to the floor. And I started army crawling out of my room because I was afraid that the bat was going to attack me, okay? Now, I know that's not how it works, but in the moment, your brain tends to think a little different. So I'm army crawling out of my room, being as quiet as possible, okay? And literally, I was laying down like this, and I just hit one of these. I was like, okay, I can't go any further, but you get the idea. And so I'm trying to get out of my room. But there's a box in front of my door. And the only way out is to make a lot of noise, kind of like Granny. And so I don't know what was in the box, but I pushed it with the force of 1,000 suns so hard, and I exploded so fast out of the room that I don't even remember what happened, and I left skid marks on the floor and burned through my socks, okay? So the bat's still, at this point, in the room, flying around in circles. I go upstairs to get my brother. I'm like, bro, there's a bat the size of a demonic figure flying around in my room. I don't know what to do. Now, when we were kids, we lived up north. We had bats all the time. My dad would throw a towel, a wet towel over it, let it go outside, and it would be good. Or, I don't know, smash it, and then it would be good. So I was like, what do we need to do next? Because I think I'm dead. I think it already bit me. I think I have rabies. I think I have to go to the hospital. I'm dead. Because I'm wet in my forehead, remember? And so, basically, how do I say this politely? We walk in there with intent to kill, okay? You ever seen the Black Ops, or not Black Ops, the Modern Warfare campaign? Bravo 6 going dark. That's basically what we were doing. We walk in the room. The thing's still flying around in circles. And I had this knife. This knife the size of a small child. Bought it at a pawn shop. Shout out pawn shops. And I walk in with a knife thinking I'm going to be able to melee this thing out of the air. Which, first off, my reaction time isn't that good. Second off, my motor skills aren't that good. And third off, that bat was flying at Mach 3. So I said to myself, well, I'm just going to walk in there. We got a wet towel. We're going to throw it on top of this bat. We're going to get it out of the house. As long as we don't get bit, we're good. So we walk in. Again, with intent to kill. And the bat is flying around. It then stops. It perches on something. I think it was the light or a board or something. It had perched. And we're like, this is the time to... We're silent as cats. Sneak up on this little bat. Boom! Explosion. The towel gets thrown. We're like, hippie hooray. The towel missed. And then the bat just keeps flying around. And then it starts flying at us. Now we're in the room. And all I had to protect myself is a knife against the bat, which is super overkill. And I needed a baseball bat, really, you know? You know what I mean? Like Ness, but I didn't have one. And so, at that point, I was like, yeah, he's gonna be my roommate. He's gonna be my pet. I'm not gonna try to get him out at this point. He got it. You know what I mean? You got it, bro. So, we try to throw at him again. He then crawls to a hole, and I'm like, great, now he's in my attic. He's gonna live here forever. He's basically gonna be a free renter. He's basically a squatter. Okay. He did end up coming out again, and we scared him out eventually after a lot of convincing, a lot of yelling, a lot of stuff. I had a glove, you know, like the gloves with like the one side's like the sticky and one side's like the normal. I had 2 of those on, so I had one on this side, one on this side. You know what I mean? So that the protective side was on both sides of my hand because I didn't want to get bit. And I'm reaching in the wall trying to find this thing because I don't want him to live here. He can't live here. You can't live here, bat. And I put my hand there. Like, and, you know, it's funny because it's It shows that size doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because you can be small and still be scary. And the point of me telling you this story is that if it's warm in your house, bats will come in. Don't let it happen. And if they bite you, you're going to die within like 3 to 4 months, which is kind of crazy.